everyone, it's Ina, and it's Retro.
Hello.
Hi. Guess what time it is?
Fall.
It's fall, and do you know what that means? It means oversized sweaters, it means layers,
And empty wallets.
empty wallets, and it means a new console release.
Yes, it does. And unfortunately that means a lot of waiting in line for people. A lot of eBay.
No.
A lot of people.
Not me.
Not you.
Not me.
A lot of Amazon and a lot of Black Friday deals going on.
Yes. Lots of Black Friday deals going on.
And what everybody really wants to know is, what do I get people for Black Friday? Hey, my son, my husband, my wife wants to get a new console.
Right. The newest, the latest, the greatest.
Always.
A mini SNES, guys.
A mini SNES. They were great. And I did get one. But today we are talking about the latest and greatest from Xbox.
Absolutely.
Gift ideas.
Gift ideas.
That's right. So we've got 3 different models of the Xbox One. 2013, Microsoft released the Xbox One Day 1 Edition. Vanna?
What?
Vanna White?
Oh. Ta-da.
As you see, the box is rather big.
The controller is rather small.
And the Xbox One Day 1 Edition originally came with a Kinect. They were really trying to push the Kinect towards the end of the Xbox 360 with games such as Just Dance, Dance Central, a lot of games that would actually cause you to get up, start moving your body, and become interactive with the whole environment.
Right.
When the Xbox One was first released, it had a 500 gig hard drive.
Yes, because they thought that was going to be enough, and that
Because-
was cute of them.
Yes! Oh, 500 gig, that's
Adorable.
huge! Then developers started pushing this downloading software. No more discs! In fact, Nintendo once said, hey, we're going to do it with discs all together, everything will be download, and then there was a big, no, you can't do that! So, thankful to that, we were able to keep discs, and I think that they'll be around for a while to come. But I do see more and more stuff becoming, download only, or you buy a game and then open it up, and then inside is no disc, it's only a code for the game.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, the original Xbox One had a 500 gig hard drive, and if you wanted a bigger hard drive, one of the options was to buy this little add-on. Now, this little add-on snaps into the USB port on the side, and what it is you can buy any solid-state hard drive,
I haven't seen it.
put into the side,
Oh.
and when you snap it back on,
Da-da-da-da. Magic.
it will recognize the hard drive, format it so that your games can now be saved over. Like this here was a 2 terabyte hard drive, so I had 2 different storages, one 2 terabyte, one 500 gig
Gotcha.
for my games. I'll put this back on later. So that was the Xbox One Day 1 Edition. Then last year, I think it was last year, Xbox
Yes.
came out with the S, the Slim. Now this particular one is the Gears of War 4
I
edition.
just want to hold the controller.
As you see, Gears of War 4 edition was a 2 terabyte hard drive because they got smart and they were like, hey, all this software, there's constant updates. Seems like every time I turn on my Xbox, there's a new update you have to do. But they've really added a lot of neat little features, caveats to their UI.
They took away the brick.
They took away the power brick.
Yes.
The power brick with the original Xbox One was like
Ugh. was
that
huge.
big. In fact, that's why I think this box was so big. It's because the power brick. But with the Xbox One Slim, on the back they got rid of the Connect port, and they got rid of the power brick. So now it's just a power cord that splits into the back. Made it a lot better. Made it lighter. If you put them side by side. So this was the Xbox One. Keep in mind I got this little added.
Still bigger, regardless.
And then put the Slim on top. You can kind of see the difference. There's significant difference in height, depth, size, weight. Pretty close to the same. I think this one's a little bit lighter.
That one's way lighter.
Here, hold them.
Trust me, this one's way lighter.
Okay.
This one's way lighter.
It is way lighter.
Way lighter.
Way lighter. I'm bad on judging weight. So I'm going to put this, and we'll just stick that over here.
Okay.
Give you some room. But what I like about the special edition consoles is they all come with a special edition controller. This one here in particular had like a black chrome directional pad.
Day 1 edition.
And it says Day 1 right here on the middle of the remote controller. This one here has like actual claw marks in it. And it has a red chrome with a fingerprint on the D-pad. And I like the feel of this controller though.
That's one of the new controllers.
Yeah. With this one here, it does not have the headset jack on it. You had to buy the little snap-in headphone jack. This one here, they were like, hey, let's just make the jack in the bottom of the controller. Voila, done, save money. So Xbox One S, I think a significant improvement over the original Xbox One.
Yes.
So if you were thinking about, hey, which console do I buy? Do I buy an S? Do I buy the original? I would go for
an S. Absolutely.
And
even
something
if
you
it's
were
a
telling me.
smaller one.
Yeah, even if it is the smaller one, even if, because how many models did they have?
Oh gosh, a ton. They had like a 500 gig, which don't do that. There's a 1 terabyte, there's a 2 terabyte, they released, I believe, a 5 terabyte, and then they have all sorts of colors, all sorts of ones that are packaged with games. So ones with Minecraft, ones with Gears of War, ones with Battlefields. It's just, you can find an Xbox that will fit your gamers' needs for the holidays.
Yeah, and I think they had like a Madden edition and a Forza.
Yep, Madden, Forza, Battlefields, Gears of War still. They had, oh gosh, which one was it? They released a bunch of them. You'll find it. You will.
Yeah, and these are pretty much available anywhere.
Anywhere.
So, I mean, like, if you go into Walmart, Target, Best Buy,
Anywhere.
they pretty much all got them in stock.
Yeah.
So it's a good alternative.
Yeah.
I would probably stay away from the black one, but if you have a black one and you're like, hey, I don't really have the money to buy a new system, but I'm running out of storage space, then buying this little thing here is probably your best bet to easily increase the storage and for it to look kind of nice, as opposed to like sticking in a cord and then having your hard drive on a dongle or something.
Absolutely.
And this one is also capable of 4K playing, streaming, and you were talking about the...
You can download an app, and it'll allow you to play 4K movies on the on your system.
Right. So if your main reason for going for an X was just to be able to play 4K. Then I mean it is upscaling. But hey, I bought this brand new 4K TV. I kind of want a new console. I don't know if I want to shell out the money. Downloading the app, popping in the movie is a cheap alternative.
There you go.
So that is the Xbox One S. And this here just released last week. Was it Tuesday?
Tuesday, released Tuesday.
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 This is the Scorpio Edition Xbox One X.
X.
And
I didn't do it with you. I'm sorry.
The Scorpio Edition was a limited edition that is only done.
Kind of like the Day One edition.
It's very similar to the Day One edition. They're kind of sought after as collector items because there's so few of them. Went into several stores and they had a few Xbox One X's, but they were the standard black edition. They weren't the Scorpio edition. Now I don't think technically, as far as tech specs, there is any difference. But we're going to go ahead and open this, and we'll see what it looks like compared to what one you might buy inside of the store. Like what extra is involved in the Scorpio edition that makes it so much more rare, fancy. So these, like I said, good luck finding them at a store, but you can find them on eBay, Amazon. They range anywhere from about $550 on up to $1,200, $1,300.
Hooray, scalpers!
So I was like, man, I would love that $1,300 for this, but for y'all,
it goes with your collection.
I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. I'm not gonna keep it sealed. I might kick myself later for opening it up and going, oh, awesome. No.
You'll be fine. You want to play Sea of Thieves?
I'll be fine. I won't play. I mean, I can still play Sea of Thieves on here.
You want to play it on that, though.
I probably do. But one thing that this does have, and I will say, is a 1 terabyte hard drive, whereas the Gears of War 4 has the 2 terabyte, and the Xbox One 500.
500, right.
Gig. So I might find myself trying to get something with a little more storage, an extra little hard drive or something, so that I'm able to upgrade this. But it's bad that a system just came out and you're already thinking
how to upgrade
it.
Yeah.
And games and
they're not getting any smaller.
They're not getting any smaller. When you used to buy a game, that was the game.
Yeah.
And then they became, oh, you know, there's a patch. Now it's like, hey, game's released. A week later, there's a patch to fix everything else. And maybe they just need more development time. But it's more and more storage that you're going to need.
Right.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening this. And sorry for the delay. And so I'm just going to break the seals here.
Are you tearing up?
I am tearing up. I'm a little choked inside.
It's okay. Can't take it back now, it's okay.
Can't take it back. Not many places will. Okay, so...
It's okay.
Front of the box looks like that. On top here you have an Xbox Live Gold card membership. So if you are...
Give it to Ina. Give it to Ina.
in need of... Well, you already have Xbox Live.
I don't have it. It's expired.
So, if your loved ones, information on Xbox Live, because you will need Xbox Live to play multiplayer with others.
Yes, you will.
Excuse me. Now, also is the diagram about how to hook it up.
That's cool. They put
Step
it in
1 and 2. It is. 1, 2, and on the back.
It all came in this really cool folder.
3, 4, and 5. Information on Xbox Live Gold. Information about the different design for your controllers. Cool. Information on the Xbox One Elite controller, which we will get to later on. And as she was saying, this nice little folder where everything kind of fits into. So props for the
nice presentation.
And
because it's usually all just thrown in there.
Thrown in there. It's like in like a little plastic bag.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here's a Ziploc. That's what the rest of it looks like, and slide this out. I think this is, there's something inside of here. It unfolds, and
A
we
stand?
have a stand.
I ruined it, sorry.
Yeah, so we're both experiencing it for the first time here. With the Xbox One, most people just set it down like that.
So you can repackage.
PlayStation was really big on the stands, so you can set them up right. I never really had a preference. I always preferred to lay them down, just because if you're going to stick the disc in, it makes sense for the disc to lay flat rather than wobble side to side. It seems to put more stress on the actual spindle and CD-ROM. So it does have a stand. The stand's pretty heavy.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's got a good little weight to it. But I doubt I'll ever use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this back into here. And remember it, should I ever decide to throw away the box, which I'm not really big on throwing into boxes, as you can see. On the side, we have another little box. This would be the power cord. Again, what they did is they got rid of the power brick.
Cool. Good idea.
Good idea. So
It smells so weird. I'm sorry.
you have a high-speed HDMI cable, which that's something I also wanted to point out. When you go to like your 4K gaming and HDR, make sure you got the right HDMI cables.
So high speed.
High speed. There's a certain gigahertz rating on them so that they can transfer data.
And they usually say if you look really close, high speed on them. So just make sure, beware.
Right, because what some people do is when they get a new console or something, they just pull the old one out. They leave the cords like in the back, and then they stick the new console in and they just plug the cords in and they expect magic.
Right.
If you have an old cord, don't expect to get
Don't expect
the
magic.
latest and greatest. Yeah.
Don't expect
You
magic.
know, you've got a new cord. Use the new cord. Take the old one, throw it in kids' room or somewhere where you don't really need it, where it will still work. You want to make sure that you're using the right equipment. Now, PlayStation VR was another example of that, especially with the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, PS4 Pro was one of those.
You had to use the cables that actually came with the system in order to get the full capabilities of it.
Yep.
And I have a feeling that with this as well, you're going to need the correct cables.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pull out those old power cords, pull out those old HDMI cables, use the new ones.
Yep.
Inside of here we have the new Xbox One X controller.
Does it say Scorpio on it?
Here.
Let's see. It says Project Scorpio on it, guys.
It
right
does.
There.
It says Project Scorpio on it. It looks like a black chrome on the D-pad, and it comes with two, appears to be Duracell batteries.
Ooh. It says Project Scorpio.
Project Scorpio.
It feels just like. No, it doesn't. It's got the texturization on the outside instead of the inside. If you're used to that.
Yeah. What the Gears of War one did, for example, this right here is textured so that when your fingers are gripping it, they don't slip. What she's saying is this one here, though, they did reverse.
On the outside.
The outside here is textured, whereas the inside is smooth.
Right.
So that's one difference on it. The D-pads appear to be the same. The headphone jack is still on the bottom, so you don't need to buy the little adapter. And the keypad should still work if you've got the keyboard, like your one that wants to type and everything.
They did make it a big point that everything was going to still be compatible.
Right. So
all the accessories.
And that's one thing we wanted to bring out was, let's say you got a bunch of games from your Xbox One. You can still use them on your Xbox One S. You can still use them on your Xbox One X.
Yep.
So they did that. Kudos to Microsoft for keeping it that way, and they also did a lot of 360 games that would work on the One S or the X. So the library is pretty big, and they just released the old school Xbox games.
Yes. Everybody loves backwards compatibility, and Microsoft is taking advantage of that.
Yes, they did.
In a good way.
They did, and that's good because there are other systems that didn't always maintain that. The
Absolutely.
first PS3, the Fat Boy, could play PS1 and PS2 games, whereas the later PS3s, like the Slim, lost that backwards compatibility.
Lost it, and Nintendo used to be known for its backwards compatibility.
Right.
And then now it's not backwards compatible anymore.
Right, and they should make it that way.
They should, yeah.
With the 3DS, the fact that you can use, other games and stuff in the 2DS, and the 2DS, use the Advance and stuff. So backwards compatibility is a big seller because what do people do with all of their old games?
Throw them away. I'm just kidding.
Maybe you throw them. I don't have that type of money.
I don't.
I hoard them.
I hoard them too.
So controllers, they're the same size, about the same weight. I think they're pretty much identical except for the shells. And the shells and the colors.
Shells and the colors, and that's it.
Yeah. Now, far as the original Xbox One controller, they look about the same as well. Maybe this one here looks maybe a tiny bit smaller, or it might just be an optical illusion. I don't know. They look about the same.
They look about the same.
So it's probably just the same thing, minus the fact that you have the headphone jack. Okay, so
what's next?
Inside the box was the controller, two batteries. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this stuff here off to the side if I don't spill it.
Just trying to help.
Thank you.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
What's next? So the box is looking pretty empty.
I think all that's left is the system.
All that's left is the system. There's no
See? Nothing
fun
left.
little stuff. You know what? I was
Do you
really
want me to
surprised.
put this down?
Yeah, let me put these things in here first. Then.
I'm holding the box.
And I'm
What's in
going
the
to
box?
wait on my comments, but I'm really surprised about something, and we will see if I'm...
Look, it's wrapped in black.
It is wrapped in black. It's
Oh my. We all know what happens with happy wrapped stuff. That was not family appropriate, I'm sorry.
Yes. Leave it to Ina.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
So this here is the Xbox One X.
Yay! Project Scorpio!
Project Scorpio is written in the front. You also have the same little tag here, warning. Now, you might have noticed, and I'm just going to say this because it came to my mind. I am pretty big on leaving stickers in the same place.
That means I'm just going to have to peel them off.
My S that I bought like last year still has this little sticker. Don't peel it off. The Xbox One X
Looks like a PlayStation 2.
still has a sticker, obviously, but I'm probably going to leave that on as well. Now, size-wise, the X is actually a little bit bigger than the S, which I am surprised about.
Really? You think so? I think it's a little...
Well, we got like that there.
Oh, that's because it's doing the PlayStation 2 thing.
Yeah, the little bend out thing. So it's actually a little bit bigger.
But it's not as tall.
And it's a little bit bigger in the front as well. This sticks out a little bit more.
It's because it's doing the PlayStation 2 thing. It's okay if you want to be the best. It's alright. You want to be the best.
Not a PlayStation.
It wants to be the best console there
It
ever
does not want to be a
was.
PlayStation.
It wants to be a PlayStation 2, the best console there ever was.
PlayStation 2 was great.
Yes.
This time, I will say that.
It's the best console there ever was. Leave it in the comments below how great it was.
How great PS2 was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
So-
no one ever was. Bum, bum, bum.
Go catch your Pokemon. Height-wise, you can see they're about the same thickness.
PlayStation 2. But no, I think this is thinner.
You think this is thinner than that? That could be.
It is
They're about
thinner.
the same size.
thinner. Leave it in the comments below.
Leave it in the comments below if you think that it's thinner. But to me, they look about the same.
This looks like a PlayStation 2.
It does slightly resemble a PlayStation 2. Hashtag Xbox One X new PlayStation 2.
No, it will not be the new PlayStation 2, but it wants to be the best.
Oh, okay.
Like no one ever was.
On the back of the console, you've got the power cord, the HDMI out, the HDMI in, because they have that interactive guide, so it'll sync up with your TV provider, and you can actually scroll through and do your shows and stuff. You have not one but two solid state inputs for your external hard drives.
Yes.
You have an IR out for a infrared, I guess like a remote or something, if you wanted to hook it into your home theater.
Right.
And you wanted to be able to control it through IR rather than control it through...
I like how it ombres.
Yeah, it does. What she's talking about is up top here is a solid black, and then towards the bottom it gets lighter, and I don't know if you can see it.
You can see it. Y'all can see it. Now they really can't see it.
Well, it's
back here,
lighter and with a bunch of dots on it, which looks nice.
See, like, hold it up now. So you can see it more from back here.
Yeah, there you go.
Black to like lighter.
To white, yeah. And they did the same thing, on the front. So we got like a gray going on up to
I like it.
matte black.
It's cool, yeah.
It is cool. In fact, I think it's a lot better than the PS2.
No, this guy's getting old. Just tell him he's reached that age.
You have the button on the front to sync your
controller, right?
You have a charging port on the front.
See how he cut me off when I started talking about his age?
Yes. You're up there too. Then you have...
No, I'm not.
Oh yes, look at this. Yes.
The cheekbones.
The cheekbones.
Give it away.
The manly scruff.
Manly scruff!
On the side, you have
Asshole.
Hello from Seattle.
What?
Xbox One X writing on the side?
It says hello from Seattle on here.
I am not sure what that's for, but it's two vent holes, like right here and right here. I think that's for the, and I put it down.
What?
That's for the stand. But I'm not sure why they put hello from Seattle
Why
on
would
it.
they be greeting you? Is
Because I'm
Microsoft
special.
in Seattle? Is Microsoft in Seattle?
I believe so.
Well then, there's the answer to our question, I guess.
So you can actually, in it,
Oh, no, it looks like standing up.
there we go. Snaps in. Stands up on its own, so if you don't have much room to lay it down, you can actually stand it up. But like I said, I personally do not like standing my consoles up. I like to sit them down.
I don't like how that looks anyway.
It looks too much like a PS2.
But the PS2 is way more majestic than that crap. Stuff.
You heard it first, what she thinks of the Xbox One X.
I can't wait to play Sea of Thieves.
Good transition. So on the side there is a number.
Sweater.
I'm not sure what the number corresponds to. I think it's the same number that was on the
It's probably
front.
your not serial number, but your because you know how limited edition crap works. Your 0 out of blah blah blah.
So it's probably like the number, but I think it's the
Issue
same number
yeah.
that you had on the front of the box here. 0105.
That's what I mean, yeah.
0101 137. So it is that number right here. It's the same one that's right
I feel
there.
like you almost hit me with that. You're like, it's okay. I did call you old. It's okay.
She did call me old. The boxes, as you can see, the S is a little bit smaller than the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Console-wise, I think that they're about the same.
It's trying to be.
Now, this one here, so we're going to get to the actual tech specs of the Xbox One X. What can you tell us about the Xbox One X?
The Xbox One X has true 4K capabilities.
Right.
Right. And it is the strongest
It's the most powerful console currently on the
on
market. It also has a UHD ultra high definition
Yes.
player on it,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not necessarily upscaling, but it is a true UHD player.
Exactly.
So cost-wise, I mean, if you were to go out and buy a 4K DVD player,
Right.
that's going to be $300 itself.
Right.
The Xbox One X is currently, I think, like $499,
Right.
so $500, $200 more, and you have a gaming system.
Absolutely.
But that's $200.
Right.
So if you already have, your regular standard Xbox and you do not have a 4K TV,
Mm-hmm.
why worry about it? What else can you tell us about the Xbox One X?
It comes with great Microsoft exclusives such as Super Lucky's Tale, Crackdown 3. It comes with, oh my gosh, Sea of Thieves. I was like, I've just been talking about it all.
Yeah,
all
and what she means is that those games will play better on the Xbox One X.
Absolutely.
They don't come bundled in with the system.
Absolutely, that's what I meant.
So if you open up the box, you're not going to get those games.
No, they didn't come out with an Xbox One X bundle, I don't think.
No, the only ones I've seen is the two, the Scorpio Edition and then the standard
Absolutely.
black.
But those are games that they're saying, hey, those play better on the Xbox One X.
Right, because I think what
Forza
they did
7, that's
is
another
they
one.
actually used the hardware
Properly
to test some of these new games, so that, hey, we want to make it so that it'll run for this. It'll still work on your other systems, but in order to enjoy the best experience,
Xbox One X.
Xbox One X.
Especially like Crackdown 3, it looks pretty awesome.
It does.
Crackdown 3 looks awesome.
And there was a list that was just released of a bunch of games that they're upgrading to 4K and HDR.
Yes.
So games that you were playing on your S are going to be upscaled, are going to be better, and will run better on the X.
Right.
So you don't need to go out and buy all new games. You can use the other ones, and they're actually increasing the graphics, they're increasing some of the frame rates, they're increasing some of the other things, just to make it so that your experience playing some of your older games will be better. So some of those older games that you haven't played in a while, you might want to break those out and see what has changed on the X versus the Slim or the original.
Right.
Like Titanfall 2, just announced one of my favorites, Destiny 2 is going to be upgraded 4K and I think HDR. So the colors, the whites, the blacks, they'll look a little bit
It's
deeper,
gonna look
sharper.
amazing.
So a lot of the level designs and stuff, crisp.
Absolutely.
What else can you tell us about it?
Well, like I said a little bit earlier, everything's going to be, all the accessories and everything are going to be backwards compatible. So, like, even your fancy little, I know it's down there, I'm probably not supposed to spoil it.
No, go ahead. Something else we were talking about buying is the Elite controllers. Microsoft came out with, gaming is really getting huge.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, you can take it out.
Oh, okay.
You go ahead. Gaming is really getting huge, and it's really getting popular on the competitive. Esports is really something that's starting to break out, and a lot of people are doing controller mods. They make these little adapters that fit onto the analog sticks that make it taller or smaller so that you're able to have more control. Especially with the shooters and stuff, you're able to get a little bit more precise in what you're doing. So Microsoft was like, hey, let's make controllers that, they're completely customizable for the individual people. Now the Elite controller has what it does is it comes with, first thing on the back, you have paddles, programmable paddles, 4 paddles. which you can program to do different functions on your controller. So if it's like me personally,
So hard to see it,
I have
sure.
some for the analog sticks, like you push in on your analog stick in order to run. Well, now I just do the paddles in order to run. So that's a little bit easier, like melee functions and stuff on the paddles.
It's all magnetic.
It's all magnetic. The D-pad actually comes with another D-pad right here, which snaps on and gives you
It's all
a different type of
magnetic.
control for
Say
it.
you don't want this stuff on anymore, you can just put it away.
And there's an app that you download on your Xbox, which will let you
can just have
customize that.
those, or you can just put it up here. I have one of these at home too. I love mine.
Oh, do you? Okay, I didn't know you had one of those.
Yep, I have one. And then they all just work just like that. And you can completely program it to your own settings. I love mine. I don't use my paddle. I love that he uses his though.
I love the paddles. That makes it so much easier for gaming and stuff. We showed you that because it's basically some of the things that you can get for the holiday season, but you don't necessarily have to get them this season. It's just nice. Say somebody was looking for a controller. Now these controllers are expensive.
They'll probably be on sale though.
They'll probably be on sale, but they're still like what, $150?
They're $150, but look for them on Black Friday because since they're going to be backwards compatible with the Xbox One X, I'm sure they'll drop to at least $100 maybe, and you can pick them up used too. So
you can pick them up used. They'll probably be on sale, I'm guessing, probably around $100. But at the same time, most people want to get two controllers, and controllers themselves are expensive. Controllers run anywhere from about $50 on up to $70 just for a standard controller.
Yep.
And
so just really the way to think about it is this is like, so if people are asking for modded controllers and you have no idea what that means, just you can pick something up like this.
Right.
This isn't technically a modded controller.
No.
Legally modded, let me put it that way. It's not an illegally modded controller, but this is a legally modded controller, and there you go.
Well, it's something that where, everybody's hands, they're different. Everybody's going to have a different feel. Some people were like, oh, I like, PlayStation controllers better than Xbox One controllers, and the feel. It's all preference, but this way it gives you the ability to kind of customize it yourself. So Xbox One X and the Elite controller is a great gift idea, but it's not necessary. These are all things to make the comforts of gaming a little bit better. How does the Xbox One X perform versus the previous models? I hope to do a few videos to show a comparison between the two.
Yeah.
The same games. I think the games will load a little quicker on the X.
They're supposed to perform.
They are supposed to perform a little bit better. If you are a crappy player before, it's not going to work miracles on you. Like, it's not going to instantly give you skills that you've never even seen before. So
it won't help me beat Cuphead, darn it.
No, you will not. It does not come with cheat codes. No up, down, left, right, BA select start for you.
That's not going to work on
probably
Cuphead.
Don't know of.
I know that, but no. I know that, and that's showing your age.
It is. That was a great time.
That was showing your age. A, I know what you're talking about. B, C, that's not going to help on Cuphead.
Yes, it will not help on Cuphead. Did you try it?
Yes.
See, she tried it.
I've tried it. I've gotten about 40% of the way through the game.
Right.
And then Little Gray, if you guys remember from my stream, rage quit and will not play with me anymore.
Sadness.
So, and it's really hard to play by yourself. Like, I strongly recommend you play with two people. Strongly.
Something I was just looking about on the X. So on the S and the Xbox One, you have vent holes on the top.
Right.
There are no vent holes on the top of this X.
Right. That's because they do the PlayStation 2 thing where they have vents all along
vents
here.
on the side and the back. So
I mean, I'm just
I
saying.
still wouldn't stack stuff on top of it, but I don't think there's much need to worry.
And that's weird. Why would you put a stand covering some of the vents?
Were there vents on the side here?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I ruin everything.
She does. This is a really informative video.
I'm sorry. I ruin everything.
There are vent holes on the side.
Ina ruins everything.
With that in mind, see, it doesn't cover them completely.
That doesn't matter.
There is a
That's
gap
asking for overheat.
between the base and the actual console, so air could technically flow.
That's asking for overheating. You know it is.
Only PlayStation's overheat.
My PlayStation 2 has never overheated.
And Xbox One white 360s.
Mm-hmm.
Or Xbox 360s.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving you the stank face because you know you're wrong.
How does it perform? We will have to see. I have not had a chance to obviously test it because we just took it out of the box. This was just an unboxing video.
Maybe we'll play Cuphead on the Xbox One X.
Maybe we will. Will it help you out? I doubt it.
Help me out? You've never played it. I've beaten most of it.
We played it at E3.
Yeah, no, but I actually know what I'm doing now.
Oh, big difference.
It's true. You don't know what you're doing.
So, yeah, we hope to do some later demos of the actual system working versus the S and the original.
True.
As of right now, what is your final say on the Xbox One X? Do you get it? Do you not get it?
They're trying to play at my heartstrings by making it look like a PS2. I would get it because all the new games that are coming out that I want, like Crackdown 3 and like Sea of Thieves, those are going to be running the best on the Xbox One X. So, me personally, yes, I would get it, especially for, you know, the gamers in my life. Especially, at least as a gift.
Yeah. I obviously have an S.
And an X.
And now an X. But here's the thing. If you do not own a 4K TV...
I do.
If you do not own it, no need to worry about it.
Right.
It'll still... I don't think visually you'll notice so much a difference if you hook up this to a standard 1080 TV.
That's true.
Yeah, you'll get a little bit better, probably faster processing speed. So I don't know that it'll be a whole lot faster though.
I think you also have to think about the future though, because the way of the future is going to be 4K HDR.
It is. 4K HDR is going to be the future, but for now, with a $500 price tag, I like cars, okay? And I'm comparing this to cars. Your car, if you don't have the money and you're contemplating, hey, do I buy an Xbox One X if I already have an S? I would say, see how much money you've got. You know, it's $500. Wait till it goes down in price, maybe to $300, $400.
That's going to be like a year.
Oh, one other comparison I wanted to show you.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about...
Yay!
We were talking about the HDR.
Ooh.
And we were talking about 4K gaming.
My baby's a hefty baby. Sorry, I've been playing Cat Hack.
Y'all can't see the difference. Okay, so this is the PS4 Pro. This was just released from Sony. How long ago? About 6 months ago, maybe a year ago.
Maybe a year ago.
And because this was the most powerful console at that time, they were promoting the 4K gaming, the HDR.
Oh, look, it's trying to copy your little sister.
If you put them side by side, they are about the same height. However,
it's a hefty baby.
The PS4 Pro is significantly
longer. It's just because it's shaped like a diamond.
Yeah. trapezoid, or it's got an odd shape to it, like a slice of bread. So
slice of bread? What kind of bread are you eating?
If you
what
want
did you do to
a
your
slice
PlayStation
of
4 Pro?
If you want a slice of bread, go ahead and get a PS4 Pro.
Get a PlayStation 4 Pro, there are more games.
Xbox One X. They're both going to put out, the Xbox One X is going to be, it is more powerful currently. Will Sony try to up it? The library of games is different.
See.
It all depends in the end. If you're a Xbox fan, if you are a Sony fan, this holiday season though, if you're debating on whether or not to get a PS4 Pro or a Xbox One X, that is completely up to you, because your base of fans are going to be different. Your family is either going to be a PlayStation fan or so go with that.
I have like Dazzle.
Hi. For missing it. Oh, maybe y'all haven't seen. This is my son. Come around here, buddy. And he's
our Nintendo representative.
is our Nintendo representative. As you can see, wave hi.
Say hi, Logan.
So he's going to be all for the Switch.
You all for the Switch, buddy?
Because he loves Mario Odyssey. I am going to be for the Xbox One X, and she's going to be probably PlayStation Pro. It's all on who your friends are, I think, who you normally play with.
I would also like to make a disclaimer. I own them all.
And so do I.
So
I do own them all, so
I just
can
have a
kinda
strong
hop back and
affinity to
forth.
Sony.
If you can only do one, though, you would probably choose
Yes, PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yes.
He would probably choose Nintendo.
They just have a larger library for me, personally.
Yes, but they don't have the backwards compatibility that Microsoft currently
Digitally, they
offers.
do. So.
So if you want all your games digitally, go with a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Or Nintendo, because Nintendo has a huge digital library as well. So for Retro Rewind, for Miss Ina Fox, thank everybody for watching. Thank you, Ina, for joining us once again.
Absolutely. Anytime.
For little man here, have a good night. See y'all later.
Bye.